My mum was an occupational therapist, so as a child I was often surrounded by the elderly. Growing up, I always worked with people in hospitality and healthcare. I loved to talk to people and learn from people, and I guess it became thematic that so many people I would meet seemed to be filled with this deep regret. As people would open up and share stories, they would start to reflect and go on to tell me that their life had flown past before their eyes. And I think about that and it fills me with a lot of angst. I think it's really disturbing that one can come to the end of their life and feel as if they've not lived. And I guess that was really poignant to me. I had a brilliant professor once tell me that I should do something that made me feel uncomfortable every day, because that is when I would grow the most. When I was working in a rehabilitation centre, I had one of those moments of realisation. Seeing it every day where people's lives were built on the mundane, I had internalised this fear that maybe my life would become as theirs in a split second, and that I would be filled with all of this regret for not having used every single opportunity that came my way. I never wanted to feel as if a whole decade had disappeared before my eyes. So I decided to take that piece of advice from my professor and do something radically different. And try to do something radically different every day for the rest of my life. I decided to do something that puts me in a place of discomfort, something that is disruptive to social norms, something that scares the hell out of me. And through all of this, I wanted to see if I could change my brain chemistry. I've been traveling for over a year now, living nomadically. Starting in Australia, through Asia, I road tripped through Germany, hiked snow-capped mountains in Switzerland, and then continued to work my way through Europe. I made my way into America and Canada, ducked home for a quick visit, back to Australia, and then dashed back to America, where I'm currently living. And people would often ask me, how can you do that? Why would you quit your job? Why are you living out of a backpack? And what about your career? This is why. It's because normality is where we all plateau. Comfort is sly and it steals into our lives and it devours our time as if it was never our own. My professor inspired me, perhaps challenged me, to thrive in the comfort of discomfort every single day. And with that, I've discovered that everything feels new and extraordinary and exciting. I've been living and working overseas for a year and it feels as if I'm still on a holiday. Every day, every season, every meal, my brain is active. It's absorbing the new experiences I'm feeding it. Remember when you were a child and everything felt incredible and exciting and astonishing? Every second of your time was being spent learning something new. And life can remain that interesting, but it's whether you make the conscious decision to keep living that way. I've realised since moving to the US, when I would take day trips to the museums and think it was the best day of my life, that education is something we have to seek out as adults. We have to find it on our own. We have to push ourselves into it. It doesn't always have to be found in a library or a museum. We get so caught up in what society expects of us, and we forget that we can define our own path. As we move through our life, our brain figures out the little intricacies that once kept us on our toes. We form routines around what we do every day, and that is how we believe that we manage our time. But that is our exact downfall. I will go to a new place that is foreign and possibly dangerous, and I will feel alive. Every moment I am immersed in a new experience, I feel fascinated and I feel shocked and inspired. I will climb huge mountains, carrying all of my gear on my back, and while I might complain a little, I will look out over the valleys and I will feel alert. I will feel that everything is beautiful, almost unreal, like an animation. And then I'll get to the end and I will feel satisfied in the fact that I conquered something that was so damn hard. I call it goobing, getting out of the building. I don't think we should ever feel satisfied in uncovered territory. How can you know your place in the world if you've never seen more than one side of it? And that is why I will continue to travel, and I'll continue to seek out adventure. Travel has been a vessel for adventure for me, but it's not necessarily about the travel or quitting your job or living overseas. It's just about disrupting your ordinary. at the end of every year, I want to sigh in relief that it's over, and then I want to spend time dreaming up new challenges that are even greater than the years past. I want absurd stories to tell my children, and I want crazy memories to look back on that make me laugh. I want to experience everything. I had a friend describe to me the two strains of fun. There is high quality fun and low quality fun. Low quality fun is when you're out with friends and you're content, but you probably won't have distinctive memories from that moment. High quality fun is that moment of struggle, but it's totally laughable later and it's reflected upon fondly after. I want my life to be filled with high quality fun because, as my professor taught me, we grow the most when we're uncomfortable. And I guess that's why I'm here, because I don't want my time to be controlled by what is socially normal, 9-to-5 jobs and grocery runs. I don't want my days to feel mundane or boring. Before I leave this planet, I want to have fit as much adventure in my life as humanly possible. I want to know that my mind was awake for the entire ride, because I want every summit around the sun to feel like it was a whole lifetime. So I guess that's why I made this film.